Who moved the fastest? The cadets of the engineers. Alexei began to hum the tune. His eyes were grim, but there was a sparkle in them and his blood quickened. But not too loud, gentlemen, not too loud. No need to run, girls, life can be fun, girls. The guitar strummed away in time to the marching feet of an engineer company, left, right, left, right. In his mind's eye Nikolka saw a school building, peeling classical columns, guns. Cadets crawling from window to window, firing. Machine guns at the windows. A handful of soldiers was besieging the school, literally a handful. But it was no use. General Bogorditsky had turned yellow and surrendered with all his cadets. The shame of it. No need to run, girls, life can be fun, girls, the survey squad is here. Nikolka's eyes clouded again. Heat haze over the red-brown Ukrainian fields. Companies of cadets, white with powdery dust, marching along the dusty tracks. All over now. The shame. Hell. Elena pushed aside the drapes over the door, and her auburn head appeared in the dark gap. She glanced affectionately at her brothers but anxiously at the clock. With good reason, where on earth was Talberg? Their sister was worried. To hide it, she started to sing the tune with her brothers, but suddenly stopped and raised her finger. Wait! Did you hear that? On all 7 strings the company came to a halt. All 3 listened. There was no mistaking the sound, gunfire. Low, muffled and distant. There it was again, boom. Nikolka put down his guitar and jumped up, followed, groaning, by Alexei. In the lobby and drawing room it was quite dark. Nikolka stumbled over a chair. Outside it was exactly like a stage setting for the night before Christmas, snow and twinkling, shimmering lights. Nikolka peered through the window. Heat haze and schoolhouse vanished as he strained his ears. Where was that sound? He shrugged his tabbed shoulders. God knows. I get the impression it's coming from the Sviatoshino direction. Funny, though. It can't be as near as that. Alexei was standing in the dark, but Elena was nearer to the window and her eyes were shadowed with fear. Why had Talberg still not come home? What did it mean? The elder brother sensed her anxiety, and because of it he said nothing, although he very much wanted to speak his thoughts. There was not the slightest doubt that it was coming from Sviatoshino. The firing was no more than 8 miles outside the city. What was going on? Nikolka gripped the window catch and pressed his other hand against the pane as if to break it open, and flattened his nose against the glass. TD like to go out there and find out what's going on. Maybe, but it's no place for you right now, said Elena anxiously. Her husband should have been home at the latest, the very latest, at 3 o'clock that afternoon, and now it was 10. They went silently back into the dining room. The guitar lay glumly silent. Nikolka went out to the kitchen and carried in the samovar, which hissed angrily and spat. The table was laid with cups that were pastel-colored inside and decorated outside with gilded caryatids. In their mother's day this had been the family's best tea service for special occasions, but her children now used it for every day. Despite the gunfire, the alarms and anxiety, the tablecloth was white and starched. This was thanks to Elena, who instinctively saw to such things, and to Anyuta, who had grown up in the Turbin household. The hem of the tablecloth gleamed, and although it was December, in the tall, pillar-shaped matte glass vase stood a bunch of blue hortensias and 2 languorous roses to affirm the beauty and permanency of life, despite the fact that out there, on the roads leading into the city, lay the cunning enemy, poised to crush the beautiful snowbound city and grind the shattered remnants of peace and quiet into fragments beneath the heel of his boot.